Yenepoya ranking of 2021 and a NIST ranking of 21 among the top dental colleges in India. It's truly honored and privileged to have this prestigious collaboration with Yenepoya Dental Laboratory Private Limited, which is a celebrated dental lab and the largest of its kind in Asia and the second largest in the world. Without any further delay, we will now commence with the program. I request Dr. Hassan Sarfraz, Professor from the Department of Prosthodontics, and Dr. Malika Shetty, the Program Coordinator, to escort our distinguished dignitaries. The Chief Guest of today's program, the Chairman and Managing Director of Yenepoya Dental Laboratory Private Limited, Mr. John Kuriakose, the Pro-Chancellor of Yenepoya Dean to the University, Mr. Farhad Yenepoya, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. V.H. Shripati Rao, the Registrar, Dr. Gangadhar Somayaji, Dean of Yenepoya Institute of Allied Health Sciences, Dr. Sunita Saldana, and Dean of Yenepoya Dental College, Dr. Abbakka Hussain to the dais. Prayer is one of the most powerful forms of energy one can generate. It supplies us with a flow of sustaining power in our day-to-day lives. To invoke God Almighty's blessings and to instill this energy in us, may I now request Mr. Shaheen to do the invocation.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون. صدق الله العظيم. Forming groups that can work together, Surah Al-Imran. And let there be among you a people invited to be good and enjoying the right, and forbidding from the wrong, and those they are successful ones. In achieving success, cooperation is needed by forming a group or community. The community should help each other and remind each other to achieve mutual success. All members must contribute according to their respective abilities. Everything should be together to formulate strategies, make decisions so that the results can be enjoyed together. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shaheen, I now request the respected Dean of Yenepoya Dental College, Dr. Abbakka Hussain, to welcome the gathering.
Very good morning to one and all gathered here. Today is a very auspicious day. We are gathered here to witness a important signing ceremony of Memorandum of Understanding between our Yenepoya University with Dental Laboratories Private Limited. We all know that dentistry is a highly skill-based profession which requires a lot of aesthetic considerations into it. And any dental treatment does not begin and finish in a dental chair. We need the support, the solid support of dental technicians and dental laboratories, which unfortunately is not given enough importance in this country, though we are producing so many dentists of good quality, but there is a big void here. Today is a day which is remembered in history for our dental college and the university. A day which is going to, inshallah, bring in new courses in our university, which is going to cater to this void, not only in our country, but also to abroad. The most needed and most short supply. So on this occasion, I take great immense pleasure to welcome John Corrigus here, a visionary, a man, I could say in simple words, if I put it, humility and simplicity crystallized. A visionary who envisaged and produced a future some 3 decades ago, which nobody could even think of at that time. Sir, I welcome you for this gathering. He is the chairman and the we have with us our Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Farhad. I welcome you, sir. In fact, he is the one who initiated this whole process, his brainchild, which of course was taken up by the team, but he is the one who thought about this. Our Registrar, Dr. Somayaji, I welcome you, Dr. Sripati Rao, sir, Dr. Sunita, the Dean of Allied Sciences, and my friends from neighboring colleges, Dr. Karthik and Nilan and others, our control examinations, my vice deans, Dr. Sripati, Dr. Chamber, Dr. Chatra, Dr. Maji, heads of departments, and of course, not to forget Ebin, our chairman of the R&D of Healthcare, and Toby here, who is our coordinator for industrial foreign collaborations. Sarfraz, the convener, Dr. Malika, the coordinator, members of the faculty, and my dear students, I welcome you all for this auspicious occasion. Thank you.
Abbakka, the program coordinator, to present the Memorandum of Understanding to the audience.
Dignitaries on the dais, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I have the pleasant task of presenting to you all the specifics of today's collaboration. Dental laboratory technology is an art, science and technology of designing and manufacturing corrective devices or prostheses for replacement of natural teeth. A dental laboratory technician communicates and collaborates with the dentist to plan, design and fabricate dental processes for individual patients. The profession of dental technology, I said, is an art because each restoration is unique to each patient and must imitate or improve the beauty and function of the patient's natural dentition. I said it's a science because it requires dental technicians to have keen knowledge and understanding of the tooth anatomy, masticatory function, and a variety of high-tech materials and processes utilized in the creation of such devices. Technology has taken over dentistry today more than ever in the past decade. In fact, the biggest dental advancement came from the field of prosthodontics, implantology, restorative dentistry, and dental laboratory technology in the form of digital workflow with the use of intraoral scanners and computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacturing technologies. Today, CAD/CAM is utilized as an integral part of many clinics with chairside systems and also of the laboratory's everyday practice. With these technologies, technological advances and those to come, there is very high demand for dental designers who can design and assist in manufacturing CAD/CAM restoration. Because of these advances, aspiring dental lab technicians and even the already qualified technicians should take courses in computer skills, designing, and advanced dental technologies. Ideal candidates for this career should possess excellent hand-eye coordination, attention to minor details, ability to recognize the differences in color and shape, manual dexterity, and interest in material science and emerging technologies. There is tremendous scope for candidates who choose this career, and they will have the competency and skill to start their own dental laboratory. They will have the job opportunities in various dental colleges, as there is a serious shortage of skilled and qualified dental technicians, and also a great demand in many dental laboratories across the country and globally. Today, Yenepoya University is taking a major step towards providing the dental technicians and the aspiring candidates who wish to make their careers in this much sought-after allied dental field the opportunity to learn with the leading dental laboratory of Asia. We are indeed very proud to announce the industry collaboration with the Dentcare Dental Lab Private Limited. The key objectives of this collaborations are to impart value-based training in fundamentals of technology dental technology and to offer opportunities for upgrading knowledge, training and skills, to prepare dental graduates and postgraduates with necessary competence in clinical digital workflow and the applications of contemporary digital dental technologies, to promote the culture of cooperation, teamwork, collective responsibility, inclusive leadership and commitment among the dental clinicians and the allied dental personnel, to provide opportunity to faculty and students to take up research that may help introduce innovative treatment protocols in the clinical practice, to initiate undergraduate and postgraduate level competency-based courses and skill enhancement courses in dental technology, to effectively implement a curriculum that is timely enriched and upgraded based on the fast developing and advancing field of dental technology. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are excited about this collaboration and keenly look forward to what this collaboration has to offer to the field of dental education, dental clinical practice, and also to the society at large. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Malika. Ladies and gentlemen, we have amidst us today our distinguished chief guest, the visionary, Mr. John Kuriakose, who is the Chairman and Managing Director of Yenepoya Dental Laboratory Private Limited. And it is indeed our privilege to have the opportunity to felicitate such an honorable personality on this occasion. May I now request Dr. Hassan Sarfraz, Professor from the Department of Prosthodontics, to deliver the felicitation address.
Dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, my dear colleagues, students and ladies and gentlemen. Benjamin Franklin once said, without continual growth and progress, words such as improvement, achievement and success have no meaning. And I feel very excited today to present to you one such story of continual growth and progress. It indeed is a privilege to deliver the felicitation speech in honor of our chief guest, Mr. John Kuriakose. Mr. John Kuriakose was born as a second child to a family which struggled to make ends meet. Having completed his studies, he had to start to work as a rubber tapper to support his family, earn a day's bread. As he worked through his life, his prayers to get a better job was answered when he was offered a job as a dental attendant in a clinic. He put in his best of efforts to appease his employer and, more importantly, his conscience. He soon was given a chance to work closely with his dentist as a chairside assistant. At work, he usually was upset with the quality of dental processes that was delivered in his clinic, especially the crowns and bridges. He looked through with empathy the pain that was caused to the patient and the time the doctor spent gracefully trimming these units, multi-unit bridges to fit into the patients. Very soon he learned to fabricate dental processes and he began to work as a dental technician in the same clinic. He worked with a lot of commitment and soon he was catering to a lot of other dentists as a dental technician. Eventually, his journey as an entrepreneur began in the year 1988 when he started his own lab, the Yenepoya Dental Lab, when he was only 20 years of age. What followed in the years to come is an amazing timeline of growth for Yenepoya Dental Labs, which is not just phenomenal, but also inspirational to many like me. We will share a timeline video of these achievements in a few minutes, and I'm sure that you will agree with me that Mr. John Kuriakose is a master achiever who has worked so hard with great devotion, praised for his effortless and selfless service by his team and is known as an epitome of simplicity. It is my pleasure to describe his excellent nature and the key attributes that make him such a huge success story. Achievement thrilled Mr. John Kuriakose. When he reached one level of success, he was immediately curious about what could be next. He began charting innovative paths to get to something even larger. He fed his hunger for achievement, one at a time, to lead a life of success, happiness, and satisfaction. Exceptionally successful people neither run from or dwell on their fears. Mr. John Kuriakose felt these emotions just as anyone else, but used mental discipline and hard work to cultivate habits that counter these two negative forces. Mr. Kuriakose knew there is one-to-one relationship between the depth of belief and what happens in his reality. He believed wholeheartedly in the rightness and goodness of what he stood for, what he was trying to achieve, and what it will take to achieve it. This deep belief is the catalyst for creating his phenomenal success story. He did the things the average person is unwilling to do. He does the research necessary to get himself and his team to the next level of advancement. Being prepared and informed is what makes him a smart decision maker and a great leader. Mr. Kuriakose is passionate about learning. The excitement of not knowing something fuels his curiosity and motivates him to take his new ideas to the next level. He believed that those who are in it to win it live in the belief that if they are not working to get better, they are getting worse. Last but not the least, he was fiercely accountable. Mr. Kuriakose knew that the biggest management challenge is managing himself. He is self-employed in the sense that he knows that to get to the top of his field of work, he had to be accountable for getting himself there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have with us today a great entrepreneur and the man, Mr. John Kuriakose. We would like to share a small video of what Dental Labs achieved in foreign collaboration at the university to present a felicitation message to Mr. John Kuriakose, as he is from Kerala. It's going to be in Malayalam, and we want to make him feel at home.
Respected dignitaries, on and off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, a perfect morning to you all. John Sirനെ കുറിച്ച് രണ്ട് വാക്ക് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാനാണ് ഡോക്ടർ സർഫ്രാസ് എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞത്. മലയാളി എന്ന നിലയിൽ മലയാളികളുടെ അഭിമാനമായ ജോൺ സാറിനെയും ഡെൻകെയറിനെയും പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് സംസാരിക്കാൻ അവസരം ലഭിച്ചതിൽ ആദ്യം തന്നെ എന്നെ സന്തോഷം രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടത്. വിജയം സ്വപ്നം കണ്ട് സ്വന്തമായി ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ സംരംഭത്തിനായി വിശ്രമമില്ലാതെ പോരാടുന്നവരാണ് ഓണ്ടർപ്രണേഴ്സ്. സർ, യു ആർ എ സക്സസ്ഫുൾ ഓണ്ടർപ്രണർ. ഒരു റബ്ബർ ടാപ്പിംഗ് തൊഴിലാളിയെ ജീവിതം ആരംഭിച്ച് ഏഷ്യയിലെ തന്നെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഡെന്റൽ ലാബ് രൂപീകരിച്ച ഒരു വ്യക്തിയുടെ കഥ തീർച്ചയായും വിസ്മയിപ്പിക്കുന്നതാണ്, അതിനുപരി വഴികാട്ടുന്നതുമാണ്. ഒരുപാട് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുകളും ത്യാഗങ്ങളും അടങ്ങുന്നതാണ് ആ വളർച്ച. മാരക രോഗങ്ങളിലും അപകടങ്ങളിലും ലഹരി ഉപയോഗത്തിലും ലോകമാകെ പ്രതിവർഷം 6 ലക്ഷത്തിലധികം ആളുകൾക്ക് സ്വാഭാവിക പല്ലുകൾ നഷ്ടമാകും. ആഹാരം കഴിക്കാൻ, സംസാരിക്കാൻ, മനോഹരമായി ഒന്ന് ചിരിക്കാൻ, ആത്മവിശ്വാസത്തോടെ ഒന്ന് മുന്നോട്ട് പോകാൻ ഇവർക്ക് ഡെൻ കെയർ പോലുള്ള സ്ഥാപനങ്ങൾ അനിവാര്യമാണ്. 3000-ലധികം ജീവനക്കാരാണ് ഇന്ന് ഡെൻ കെയറിനുള്ളത്. സർ, in the middle of your busy day-to-day schedule, you would have forgotten to even smile due to work pressure and other commitments. But you are the sole reason for millions of confident smiles across the world. I am proud to say I am one among the millions. During my study days in Mangalore, I had a fall once and broke my front tooth. I was worried on how to look and even smile at beautiful girls. That is when Dr. Karthik Shetty, who is sitting right over there, excellent dental clinical professor and HOD Manipal College of Dental Science, comes to my rescue. He advised me to go for a veneer tooth. That procedure has brought my smile back. As a result, girls started noticing me and I ended up marrying one among them. Karthik sir, you owe me an additional discount for the extra marketing I have done now. Years later, when I got associated with Dencare and met John sir, it was Dr. Karthik who told me that the tooth ordered for my procedure was from Dencare. Thank you very much, sir, for getting me married. I would love to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sarfraz, Dr. Abbakka sir, and Mr. Ebin from Delcare, from the bottom of my heart, without them, this alliance would never have happened. I thank our Pro-Vice Chancellor for establishing the Department of Foreign and Industrial Collaborations. Our department is associated and in the process of associating with various multinational companies, relevant industries, academic partners, and foreign universities in order to bring out able, skill-based, industry-ready students. I therefore thank our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and other deans of all institutions for backing us in this project. On this wonderful day, in the presence of all my well-wishers, we are launching a corporate video based on Yenepoya's new generation courses and industrial collaboration. Finally, John sir, we at Yenepoya salute you for being an ambitious, self-made and a modest soul. It is an honor for being given this opportunity to speak a few words on your kind self. Thank you all.
Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Yenepoya, and the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.H. Sri Rao, to felicitate our chief guest, and I request the other dignitaries to please come forward and join in the felicitation.
When the heart is full, words are few. എന്നൊരു ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ചൊല്ലുണ്ടല്ലോ. എനിക്ക് മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയാനാണ് താല്പര്യം. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എനിക്ക് പ്രസംഗിക്കാൻ വശമില്ല. എന്നാൽ എല്ലാവർക്കും മനസ്സിലാക്കണമെന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ തന്നെ ഞാൻ പ്രിപ്പയർ വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ആ നോട്ട് നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും അറിവിലേക്കായി സമ്മതത്തോടുകൂടെ വായിക്കുകയാണ്. ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ് ടു വൺ ആൻഡ് ഓൾ. Respected Pro-Chancellor Sri M. Farhad Yenepoya, Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. Sripad Rao, Registrar of the Film, Registrar of the University Dr. Somayaji, Respected Dr. Akhtar Hussain, Dean Yenepoya Dental College, Respected Dr. Sunita, Dean Yenepoya Allied Health Science, Respected Dr. Hassan, Dr. Malika Shetty, dignitaries on and off the dais, and my dear friends, and other doctors, Dr. Karthik Shetty, and many doctors are sitting here. It is indeed an honor for me to be here amongst you all in this prestigious university for signing a historical MOU, a project that will indeed change the face of
dental technology in India. Wherever I go, I always share my testimony, which I would like to share with you too. I was born in a very poor family in a small village in Kerala. My father was a daily wage laborer. We lived on a hilltop in a hut without proper water or light. My father was honest and used to work very hard to support the family and saved up money so we could move to a more habitable place. However, when the landlord cheated him of his money, he lost his mind and had to be hospitalized at Trichy Mental Hospital. My mother then struggled even more to make ends to meet, and she also became a daily wage laborer. There were many days I earned for a day's meal and hardly got to eat one. The condition worsened in my family. My father's condition did not improve, and it became very difficult to go forward. Though I used to go to church and pray, in my heart, I had become an atheist. My mother had lost all hope in life. She attempted suicide thrice. It was during that time she went to an evangelist, and the gospel of Christ transformed her. She became more positive and filled with hope and dragged me along too. It was then I committed my life to Christ. In due time, my father was healed of his madness, and peace returned to my family because of my mother's prayers. Regarding my education, I was not good at studies, with my maths teacher often calling me a fool. I scored 7 marks out of 50 for mathematics and passed SLC with great difficulty, just 251 marks out of 600. With my marks, I would not even get admission to any college. I not even collected an application form from a college. My father asked me to become a rubber tapper. However, it did not pay much at all. I earned and prayed for a job that would get me at least ₹500 a month. By God's grace, I got a job in a dental clinic as an attendant for a salary of just ₹250 a month. My job involved cleaning toilets, getting tea for doctors, cleaning and disposing of treatment wastes. During that time, I observed the dentist struggling to fit crowns into the patient mouth. At that time, there was only one dental lab in South India. Only a few crowns would fit, maybe 10%. That too after a lot of adjustments. Too much they were grinding. Too much doctors were struggling. It sparked in me a dream to start a dental lab. In the meantime, the dentist, seeing my dedication, taught me how to set teeth and make dentures. After clinic hours, I worked all night, setting 5 to 6 dentures a day. And I was getting 50 to 70 rupees per denture. See, my salary was just 250 rupees a month, but I was making nearly about 350 rupees per day. All night I was working. I didn't sleep too. It was a sleepless night for me. In 1988, I started a small dental lab along with my 2 brothers and 6 staff in a 290 square feet space. Just 290. At that time, there were only nickel chromium full metal crowns and acrylic facing. Whatever I did, I tried to do my best. I imported the first Vigo 4 nice 35 casting machine the first time to India from Germany in 1988. You know, those time, see, 200% was the import duty. 200%. At present, just less than 30 or maybe 20% only. I paid 200% import duty for the casting machine. Then the lab was doing well. And we got enough and more work. In 1991, I went to Abbakka. After 3 years, I went to Abbakka, Liechtenstein, to get trained in ceramic technology. I was impressed with their focus and importance for quality work. I learned from the best. In fact, I remember the name of the technician who was my instructor, Mr. Saber Hilde. That also I was remembering. From then on, I traveled the world over: Germany, US, Switzerland, Sweden, Japan, Italy, and most of Europe to get trained by the best and learn more about dentistry and dental technology. ഒരു പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങൾ ചിന്തിക്കുകയായിരിക്കും, ഈ മനുഷ്യൻ 8ാം ക്ലാസ് കുസ്തിയുള്ളയാളെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾ ആദ്യം മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയും. 10th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് പഠിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഓർക്കുകയാണ്, ഐ എം റിമെമ്പറിങ് വൺ തിങ്. You know, I don't know, see, I was traveling a lot with the train. You know, in the railway station, suppose, today I came by Rajdhani Express. You know, suppose a German came to South Railway Station in Ernakulam, and he is just hearing the announcement. You know, the Venad Express reached in Malayalam. Venad Express Ettunnu, platform number 4. You don't understand anything. 30 years before, when I was in the sea, I was traveling to Germany. More than 500 times I traveled all over Europe. You know, after reaching there in the Frankfurt airport, I went, I need to travel by train. But only in German language, they were announcing the train number. Then how I can find out it? I only know Malayalam and little bit English also. Then what I did, you know, see, I tried to learn German. You know, nobody know, not nobody, maybe 1% you know, people know English. Then how I understand, you know, German language, how I can learn? While traveling taxi driver, I asked him, see, this is one. Then he told me eins. Then I learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then I know the 26, 5 into 26, 3 into 26, 4 into 26, 5 into 26, 6 into 26, 7 into 26, 8 into 26, 9 into 26, 30. That is 30. Then 36, 26, 36, 86, 96, 100. Then a little bit I learned German. Without any German, you know, I didn't attend any class. Ich bin Techniker of Kaufmann. See, ഏതൊരു കാര്യമാണെങ്കിലും if we have dedication and commitment, അടങ്ങാനാവാത്ത ആഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആർക്കും നേടിയെടുക്കാവുന്ന ഒരു ഉദാഹരണം, ജസ്റ്റ് an example ഞാൻ ഓർത്ത് പറഞ്ഞു മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. Then in due course I started the Caspaster division, implant and ortho pedo appliances division, metal laser sintering and other CAD/CAM technologies like milling and 3D printing were game changers. Whenever I came across something new, I made it a point to bring it to India and thus elevate the standards of dentistry in India. I traveled the world to identify the best zirconia powders and launched the Dencare zirconia brand manufactured at facility in Germany, Switzerland and New Zealand. The lab kept going, and at present we have a 275,000 square feet facility with around 4,000 employees with a presence in US, UK, Australia, New Zealand and UAE, and branches in different centers in India. and we are going to start one more center there in Chicago within a month. Now we have a dedicated in-house R&D division with engineers, doctors and chemists. Speaking of R&D, I am proud to say that we have developed many advanced materials and machineries in-house. The fastest DLP 3D printer is one among them, which will be cost effective and give a push to the digital dental revolution in India. Meanwhile, I completed my CDT course with flying colors, topping my batch. But I realized that we were far behind in dental technician training, as there are not enough colleges to provide training, and the standard of training is not at par with industry standards. Hence, I decided to start a training institute in the early 2000s, with it formally being instituted as Dencare Institute of Dental Technology in 2021, with a vision to create industry-ready dental technicians. We believe that the knowledge of the art of making artificial teeth can be scientifically transferred and smoothly acquired through a thoroughly focused approach. With faculty consisting of experienced dentists and world-class dental technicians, Dencare and DIDT is equipped to impart quality education to its students. The faculty ensures that all the tricks of the trade are passed on to the students. Students here would be open to think with a clear mind and out of the box to understand the science and art of dental technology. The upward trend in the demand of quality dental restorations in both national and international markets opens up optimistic scope for expert training dental technology in India and abroad. For any learning to be complete, I feel that an academic collaboration with an industry partner is an absolute must. I am proud to see Yenepoya collaborating with multiple industry partners. With Yenepoya University, we have got an opportunity to be a part of a UGC-approved curriculum, and this will fill the void of skilled dental technicians in our country. I am happy to see that the entire curriculum is designed in such a way that we give more weightage to the practical session rather than theory. I ensure that the candidates who join for this course will get hands-on experience with the most sophisticated technologies available in the world. They will also get an opportunity to earn while they learn. They can support their families and redeem the amount paid as fees. A clean track record of over 3 decades ensures that the students are hired into a safe, secure and refined environment post the course. As of you all aware, even though there are over 2.8 lakhs registered dentists in India, the demand of dentistry and dental technology will never decline. The treatment costs in India are relatively cheap. Just 1/10 of the cost incurred the world over. Dental tourism is also on the rise. On a similar note, the demand for dental laboratories and dental technicians will never wane. We ourselves are struggling to find able technicians to fill 1,000 vacancies. We are having 1,000 vacancies. We can't even finish the work on time. We shall upgrade our facility further in the future and start MDT course. MDT courses, I am requesting you. I aimed to do an MDT, but due to greater responsibilities in the lab, I was unable to do so. As you know, no MDT courses are presently available in our country, and one needs to go abroad for the same, and even more, it is very, very expensive too. It is on my mind to make this collaboration to initiate an international training center with all levels of trainings provided from a beginner to a master technician. I appreciate the management of Yenepoya University for this initiative, the first of its kind in India, and I am sure this venture will be a great success. God bless you. Thank you all. Jai Shri.
Spoken by you today has reached straight into our hearts and we are further humbled by your simplicity. Thank you for those wonderful words and the promising works. Ladies and gentlemen, our agenda is about to commence in a few minutes because it is now time for the signing and exchange of Memorandum of Understanding. To do the honors, I request Dr. Hassan Sarfraz and Dr. Malika Shetty to hand over the memorandum to the two signatory bodies, the Registrar of Yenepoya Dean to the University, Dr. Gangadhar Somayaji, and the Chairman and Managing Director of Dentcare Dental Laboratory Limited, Mr. John Kuriakose. Thank you, gentlemen. We now call upon the Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Farhad Yenepoya, to release the Yenepoya University corporate video showcasing the collaborations and the new age courses offered by our university.
Which is integrated with artificial intelligence. In less than 40 years, the world has gone from 1G to 5G, and in the next few years, the world will have fully embraced 6G, which will bring more advanced connected solutions to the already interconnected world. Prepare yourself for the future by getting your career off to a great start with Yenepoya. Yenepoya is a world-class educational institute located in coastal Karnataka, Bangalore, offering you the best courses to prepare you for the future with future technology. Yenepoya offers dual specialization and advanced certificates from leading software giants like IBM, TCS, and Microsoft in disciplines including cloud computing, cybersecurity, data analytics, IoT, blockchain, cyber forensics, digital forensics, ethical hacking, graphic design, game design, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics, providing you with a solid foundation for success in the future economy. As the Internet of Things continues to gain popularity, organizations across a wide range of industries are using it to improve efficiency, improve customer service, improve decision-making, increase business value. Imagine the economic impact the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and big data will have in the future. Choose a degree program in Yenepoya that prepares you for the future of technology with courses such as BBA, MBA, BCA, MCA, MSc Computer Science, Executive MBA, BCom, MCom, and Engineering. Yenepoya provides you with a unique opportunity to pursue a career in business analytics international business, entrepreneurship, aviation travel and tourism, supply chain management, logistics, medical tourism, hospital administration, CMA, CPA, CFP, ACCA. With a variety of IoT jobs available continuing to grow, now is the time to build your skill set. Become future ready by joining Yenepoya and gain access to the world of the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and everything related to it. Gain insights from industry experts by advancing your career and acquiring placements with multinational companies. Welcome to the world of endless possibilities. Welcome to Yenepoya, deemed to be university.
Dignitaries on the dais, the Chief Guest, Mr. John Kuriakose, all other dignitaries present here today, our friends from neighboring institutions, the press and media, faculty, students. Good to have you all, and I'm sure it's been a wonderful experience. Having shared the space with Mr. John Kuriakose. Listening to him itself is an inspiration. I'm sure there's so much to learn from this magnanimous man, this huge personality, and such a humble human being. It's a pleasure to be here. It's wonderful that you could make this trip to Mangalore. He said this is just his second trip to Mangalore, so it is a privilege to have him here with us. I'm sure not many people get to meet him because I think he's so involved with his work and so involved in the day-to-day affairs. I think it's outstanding what he has created for himself. So we hear a lot about Dencare and the aura surrounding Sir John Kuriakose. And it's really heartening to see him here, and he narrated some of his life's experiences. So it's really wonderful for you to have come here, sir, and we thank you very much for that. Regarding the collaboration with Dencare, it's an exciting opportunity for us that we've been working on, and our team have been working with Dencare to develop this curriculum and develop a course which had its challenges. But I think we've done something that is reasonably acceptable for us to start, and I'm sure the outcome and the graduates from that will be ready to be placed anywhere in the world in healthcare technology. So I'm very excited about that. And also our university is open to collaborations, and I feel that is the way forward, because individually we may be able to do a little things, but with collaboration and partnership with industry, with other institutions, with experts and professionals in the field, we are in a place that we can do more. So we are continually striving to develop partnerships in various fields. I think this is one of the major collaborations that we have signed here today. Along the same lines, we are also working with other healthcare institutions and other organizations to develop tie-ups which will help our graduates. The whole point is to help our graduates be skill-oriented, to be skilled and be able to get jobs in today's industry which are relevant for the future. So, when we design courses, we have to think about 5 years ahead because that's when the kids are going to be looking for the jobs. So they need to be relevant 5 years from now and not do things that are useful at present, because they are going to be in the industry after 5 years. So with these things in mind, we are developing a lot of programs and we are trying to work as closely as possible with the industry to make ourselves relevant. And I think that's a great step that we have taken today, and I thank all the people involved in making this happen. And I also wish the Allied Sciences group who is going to take this course up to ensure that we have well-trained graduates and they are relevant and they are industry ready. At the same time, I think another thing that we need to make sure is, at the end of the day, we are all humans, and we need to make them, good human beings, who need to be ready for the challenges that are thrown at us from time to time. Make them honest, people who are ethical, people who are disciplined. And without these things, you really cannot be, you cannot stand out, you cannot be an individual. And so we need to make them citizens of the future. So I also, take this opportunity to talk to, inform our team that we need to make sure that we make good human beings out here. Dear Mr. John Kurikos, thank you very much for this opportunity to work with you and being here with us. Thank you all, the people who have come from various institutions. It adds more confidence to the work we do. Thank you all for listening. Have a good day.
Holistic and multidisciplinary education. The beginning of this partnership, this collaboration was possible because of many dedicated, like-minded people, and I take this opportunity to thank them all, who envisages in bringing the change in the way education and training provided to our students by implementing the new education policy. Your vision of forward thinking is encouragement and motivation to us. We thank you, sir, for presiding over this. Shared the same thought of requirement of industry-academia linkage in creating the right workforce. So we thank you and we are grateful to you and your organization for this transformational initiative. Sir, your life story, it is really heart-touching, overwhelming and inspiring. I'm sure our students and all of us will take a very take-home message. Thank you, sir. I also thank Mr. Abinjul Jones, who is from TETCare, is with us. I would like to thank in absentia our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for guiding us in our academic pursuits. I also thank the Prime Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. Shripati Rao, the Registrar, Gangadhar Somaji, sir, the Dean of Yenepoya Dental College, Dr. Akhtar Hussain, in guiding and supporting this initiative. Whenever we initiate an academic program, the biggest task is developing the curriculum and syllabus, which forms the guidelines for providing training, education, evaluation and assessment. And this difficult task was taken up by Dr. Hassan Sarfraz and Dr. Mallika Shetty, supported by an expert committee which was identified for this purpose. A heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Hassan Sarfraz and Dr. Mallika Shetty and every member of expert committee. This program which you are seeing now, it is organized so well. There are a number of people who have worked hard for it. I thank Dr. Sunim, Dr. Sahil, the PRO, photography and all those who put their effort and the success of this program. I place on record my gratitude to the press and media who are given a very good coverage for such a society enrichment collaboration. Thank you very much. My sincere thanks to go to Dr. Dobin, Academic Coordinator and Industry Foreign Collaboration. Dr. Dobin and team, we are looking forward for many more such collaborations. I also take this opportunity to thank all the officials, senior members of the faculty and all those who present here for witnessing, for being here for this MOU signing program. Thank you, one and all.